Happy Monday, everyone. We are back, guys. It's another week. How was the weekend? Hopefully it was a great, relaxing weekend. But again, as always, guys, it really doesn't matter what happened this weekend, this morning, the last moment. It doesn't matter. What matters is, say it with me, what is your perspective? Because when you have the right perspective, you win. You win. I think I know what I'm going to talk about for today. I don't plan these. Sometimes I may have an idea that I want to talk about. And I wrote about this in my blog, and it kind of coincided with the last podcast that I posted. But yeah, I feel like right now I want to go into more depth about it. And I've talked about this many times, but it's amazing, guys, when things go deeper from head knowledge into heart knowledge. Like, you know what I'm talking about. When your faith increases in something, maybe your faith this year, the past month, has increased in you. Maybe your faith or your discipline, your self-love has increased. And look, guys, it's the progress that brings joy. If you're on this path with me, again, this new year, our goal is to give the world the most healed and greatest version of us. And we do that by setting our schedule and doing the inner and the outer work consistently. Again, it's progress over perfection. It's not about being perfect, but it's about being in the arena and intentionally working towards giving the world the best version of us on purpose. Okay? So if you're on that road, then you're going to see growth. I don't care if it's incremental. Listen, if you hang around a barbershop long enough, you will get a haircut. A broke clock is right twice a day, as Les Brown says, right? Hang around a tennis court, you're eventually going to play tennis. It's as long as you're putting yourself in there intentionally. Doesn't matter if you fell off, guys. Again, you haven't stopped. You may have fell off, but you haven't stopped. And so that's what it's all about. So if you're on this road with me, again, this year, or you just started, welcome this year, you're going to see progress. And it's an amazing feeling when things go from head knowledge deeper into heart knowledge, where it's like, yes, okay, I'm believing this to be true. And there's a difference between believing something to be true and then knowing it's true. And as you continue doing the inner and the outer work, your faith will increase. Faith the size of a mustard seed will move mountains, as the Bible says. It's your faith, okay? So I've been saying for the longest time, everything is conspiring for you. Disappointments don't exist. I've been saying that for the longest. And I know that to be true. It's not even a belief. I've been through enough from childhood, from adulthood, in my business even, I've talked about that all the challenges I've had, I've made every mistake in the book in my business. And God, I thought about stopping years ago. I told you guys, maybe 2018, 2019, and I was walking down the street. Something happened with my client at that time, and I was so pissed. I'm like, I don't want to do this anymore. And my girlfriend at that time said, I understand how you feel. You're just angry. Just keep doing it. Anyways, to make a long story short, I kept going, and those challenges that frustrated me, those challenges that, first of all, I was never going to stop. But at the time, those challenges that made me question, even for a moment, to stop, are those same challenges that have put me in position. So right now, I'm supplying a service that I don't see anyone else supplying to my target demographic, my clients. Those very challenges are what made my company what it is. Now, it's not just business, personal. The most challenging things that I can think of that I've been through, from childhood up into adulthood, 20s and upward. Oh my God. I remember going through, I talked about this too, going through a challenge, and I went and I grabbed books. And I learned and I grew. And if it wasn't for those challenges, I would have been, having a latte, watching the sunset, playing Madden, right? Playing PlayStation, not reading books and trying to enrich my mind because of the pain I was going through. And because of the pain, it pushed me to find a solution. And that solution has created the human being that you're looking at right now. That solution has showed me how to heal myself, heal so I can bloom, and I can help others do the same thing. And you can help others do the same thing. We've met each other because of beautiful pain. Either you get better or you get bitter. I know what you chose because you're here. So I know that everything is conspiring for you. Disappointments don't exist. Better always comes. I get that. I know that. But I didn't know that you can even know it on a deeper level. The past couple of months, I promise you, guys, life is good. Like, I was talking to my uncle, and like, I've known this, but I know it. Nothing bad in life happens. I'll say it again. There's nothing in life that's bad. Yes, horrible things happen, but good people transmute horrible things and create even more beauty from it. So was it horrible? Was it horrible that those things happened in my business? Yeah, it was, but if it didn't happen, I wouldn't have the business that I have. Was it horrible that those things happened in my childhood, in your childhood, in our adulthood? Yes, they were, but if it wasn't for those tests, those trials, and those traumas, we wouldn't have the resilience, we wouldn't have the understanding, we wouldn't have the strength and the mental fortitude to be able to be who we are now and share those gifts back to the people who went through those same pains that we went through. Yes, they were challenging, but they were all ordained. As Les Brown says, get a reward for it. There are no bad things. It's only bad if you haven't learned the lesson and went to a new level from it. That's it. And when you have that understanding, like, I was supposed to have an appointment with a client last week, and it was canceled for like 3 days later. And I was excited about this meeting, right? And this was ready to go. And it was canceled, and I was like, oh, cool. Cool. Everything is conspiring for you. Disappointments don't exist. Better always comes. It wasn't supposed to happen on that day. Was it? Like, literally, anything that happens, it's like you call an audible when you're playing football. You know, people who know football, it's like when the football team goes up to hike, one Mississippi. Before they yell hike, they call an audible. They call a new play because they see something in the defense. Whenever there's an audible called and something happens that isn't what I desired, I'm at peace with it. Guys, I am at so peace. Matter of fact, I know now without a shadow of a doubt, anything that happens that's not what I desired, the bigger the challenge, the bigger the growth, the flood of blessings that come from it. Guys, get this into your system. The bigger the challenge, the bigger the growth. And you don't have to wait. Like, for me in my business, it was years later that I realized the blessing in all these challenges that I had. If I had the mindset that I have now, I would be at peace. You don't get too high, you don't get too low, you're just right there. I'm like, okay, this is working out somehow. God, am I supposed to continue doing this? Yes. Cool. I'm thankful. There's, oh my God, I got some really amazing blessings coming from it. That's the mentality that we're supposed to have. Guys, how do I say this? I had something happen that was not at the time what I desired. And it was big. And because of my mindset, while it was happening, I was able to maintain myself and know everything is conspiring for you. Disappointments don't exist. I knew that. But after coming out of it, to see the flood, the avalanche of blessings that came from it, guys, everything is conspiring for you. Disappointments don't exist. It's a myth. Better always comes. There is nothing bad in your business or personal that ever happens. I don't care what you're going through. I don't care if you just came out of a storm, you're in a storm, or you're going in a storm, whatever it is. If it's stormy, period. The more stormy it is, the more blessings are coming to you. The more stormy it is, the more blessings are coming to you. Guys, I promise you this. Like, I'm in position, I am so excited about this year. Like, I feel like I've graduated. Like, I really understand life. And I know there's new levels, but I feel like I truly understand life. Like, I get it. It's like, oh my goodness, how blind I was. Like, I understand every challenge that I've had from teenage to college. Oh my goodness. If I knew what I knew now, I wouldn't have even been in position to have that problem. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like you know better. It's like boxing. It's like, I look back when I first started boxing, and I feel the same way. I'm like, I can't believe that that's how I threw my shot. Like, that, of course, is going to counter and hit you. Dude, but you don't know. And as you continue to elevate, listen, with elevation comes pain. I'm just telling you this right now. If you're on this road with me to give the world the most healed and greatest version of you, there will be pain. Don't run from it. You prune a tree so it can bloom higher. You file down a knife. If that knife had feelings, he'd say, this hurts. You file it down so it can be sharper. You go to the gym, lift weights to tear muscle so it grows back stronger. Life is the same, guys. Embrace the discomfort until it's comfortable. And you'll better embrace the discomfort when you know that it's taking you to a brand new level. A brand new level. The bigger the challenge, the bigger the opportunity, the bigger the flood of blessings. It's like clockwork. Everything is conspiring for you. It doesn't matter what happened. Well, Dan, so you don't know, growing up, this happened to me, and the moment you're able to see the opportunity and whatever that trauma was, that's when you're set free. And when you're set free, you can go back to help others. To help others who have been through that exact same challenge. That's what you're put here to do. You are needed. You are needed. As they say, it's selfish to not be obsessed, to heal your wounds, to give the world the most healed and greatest version of you. It's selfish. Selfish. People need what you have. You're not stuck. You're not behind. You're not born on the wrong side of the tracks. I don't care about any exterior metric that you have. Guys, I don't care about that. When you know who you are, you realize that the only thing that's slowing you down or stopping you is the person that you look at when you look in the mirror. The same way I look back when I was boxing or doing Muay Thai, and I'm like, oh my goodness, when I first started, I was making a lot of mistakes, still make mistakes, but you look back and you cringe because you went to new levels. Like, of course that guy was going to beat me because of how I was attacking him. It wasn't a wise, I didn't have the tool, I didn't have the understanding. It was my fault. But of course I didn't know. I had to learn by getting beat up. Pain. That's all it's there for. It's there saying, you need to make an adjustment. Don't blame, don't point the finger. That's low level. What adjustment do you need to make? When you take massive self-responsibility, guys, I promise you, you go to new levels. You go to new levels. There is nothing bad that happens in life. The only time something bad happens, the only time it's bad is when you don't learn the lesson that you're supposed to learn. And you complain, blame, and you remain the same. And then in that space, you just repeat karmic cycles. And you try to inflict the same pain that you were given to other people. Like, I look at villains as being the weakest people on earth. I used to think, oh, wow, heroes and villains. Heroes are people, you guys heard that video. Heroes are people that have went through pain, and they said, I went through this pain, I want to make sure no one goes through that exact same pain. Villains are people that went through pain and said, you know what, I want to make sure people feel that exact same pain that I felt. And I just think, okay, they're still, powerful people. They're the weakest people on earth. I'll take a civilian as stronger than a person who willfully says, I went through this pain, now I'm going to inflict it on other people on purpose. You are the weakest person on earth. On earth. Just weak. I mean, that's so weak. That's so weak. Guys, true strength is having the courage to transmute and go to new levels, to raise your vibration. That takes strength. Gandhi, Mother Teresa, Mandela, strength. So, we're put here to be heroes. There's a superhero in you. There's a superhero in you. But it's up to you to do what's necessary to pull that superhero out and share that inherent gift with the rest of us. It's up to you. And if you're watching this, I know what you are choosing. Nothing bad ever happens, guys. And if you're in a situation or just came out of a situation that was not what you desired, when you see the opportunity for growth, like it was in my business and my personal life, I said before, the reason why I'm so excited about this year, I feel like I've graduated. Matter of fact, I feel I have. I went to a brand new level of understanding about life. I look back and I cringe. Just a couple months ago, like, what were you? Oh my God, of course. We are our biggest asset or our biggest liability. I wouldn't even be in position to get hit with that shot in my business or my personal now. Just keep growing. You keep growing. You keep going to new levels. So I hope this resonates with even one person, guys. Hope this gives you peace. This should give you peace, encouragement. Life is incredible. Life is incredible. Yes, there are incredible challenges, which means there are incredible opportunities. And when you get that into your heart, life changes, guys. You're at more peace. There's a peace that passes all understanding. And I know there's new levels, and I'm so excited about getting to new levels. I'm so excited about this level and to get to the level where I look back on this level and I cringe. Like, wow, I thought I really had it in my heart. And there's a new level and a new level. You just never, you always continue, you always grow, you always get to new levels. Listen, always be improving, always be upgrading. Okay? So with that being said, guys, I hope this resonates with you. New levels. It's all conspiring for you guys. Like it's there's no coincidences. There's none. There's none, man. You're protected, you are guided, but get obsessed. Get obsessed. Love you enough to be obsessed about giving the most healed and greatest version of you to the rest of us. Okay, you do that by setting your schedule and doing the inner and the outer work. Okay, the meditation, the affirmations, the visualizations, the auto-hypnosis, then eating healthy, exercise, taking those courses, reading those books. Again, it's progress over perfection. It's not about being perfect, but it's about progress. No matter how seemingly small, because it's the progress that brings joy. Okay, guys, so that is it. Have an incredible new week, guys. Set your schedule. Set it and hit it like the quality of your life depends on it, because ladies and gentlemen, it does. Motivation Mondays.